people always got their perceptions on Compton, or they always have it twisted when they say Compton. Oh, you from LA? No, I'm from Compton. You feel me? Compton's, it's our own section, it's our own city. We're not LA. People get that misunderstood all the time, but nah, Compton is Compton. My name's Funk P, and we right here at Gonzales Park, Compton, California. I'm Bompton, whatever you want to say. I've been living in Compton since I would say 8 years old. I would say no, 7 years old. 7 years old. Yeah. Mom's checked me to the Yes Center. Yes Center is right here. Well, it's not there no more. It's off of Central, off of Rosecrans and Central, and a little plaza right there. A lot of people, if you from Compton, from back then, from like '95, 2000, that era, around that area, you'll know about the Yes Center. It was stand for Youth Education Town. We had a school, so we really they really specified in football. So it was really for like from the NFL. Garth Brooks sponsored it and stuff like that. So well, one of the kids I met when I moved to this side, because we stayed on the other side for a year on 138th right there. We stayed right there. But when I moved over here, that's when I met his name, well, they know him as Menace, the rapper Menace. Yeah, so that's how we met, like from back then. So we met right here in that schoolyard. Me and Menace, we was playing football at the Yet, and then from there he went to. We was supposed to go to Verb too, and then from there he went to Long Beach Poly, and I stayed at Verb, and then from Poly, we still was fucking with each other in the streets. He stayed in the hood, so it's like we was always with each other all the time, even though we didn't go to the same school. We was always with each other all the time. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time. So yeah. I started playing football as a kid, man, for as long as I can remember, since like about 8 years old. I was playing football. I was playing football at the Yes Center. Like, well, I was playing before I went to the Yes Center, and then that's when I really started getting serious playing at the Yes Center. So I started showing real talent, and then from there, nigga just started really taking that shit serious. From that point, like when they started seeing I was real serious with football, or they see that I was pretty good at it, they started looking at schools I can go to for football. So I went to a school in Watts, which is Bourbon Day. This school, at the time they was known, they had a real good football team. So I went there, did my thing.
So yeah, the Bourbon Day is known to have heavy hitters
Yeah,
on that football field.
hell yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So at the time, I was just so focused on football, just trying to make sure I get that scholarly. I mean, I wasn't a dumb kid. I had good grades and all that. I had 3.8 and all that. I was real book smart, but a nigga just used to get bored or whatever in class, and just do other shit. I didn't feel like they was teaching me some shit that I already knew. I had a lot of older homies telling me like stick with it, like don't get involved in none of this bullshit out here. You good in the hood, you know what I'm saying? You good, bro. Like you ain't got to worry about none of that, but shit happens. So, I mean, but they were the ones telling me like, nah, man, like do your shit, man, like on some real big homie shit. Nobody ever tried to lead me in the wrong direction or none of that shit. Them niggas told me like, man, stay in school and do what you got to do, get to
That's
that
real
league, because
shit.
niggas knew I was good. So.
so you was offensive lineman.
Yeah, I was an O lineman. Well, there I played O lineman and nose guard, but primarily just offensive line. I mean, in 10th grade, after I played that varsity year, um, the principal told me that University of Iowa called up there, wanted to know who I was, but I was so young. Yeah, so I was so young, but they was calling. I had letters from Nebraska, Wisconsin, Washington. I mean, almost every school. Had schools really looking at me. Oregon State. I mean, you name it. Like, I really had schools looking at me after my 10th grade year. In my 11th grade year, I had to make a transition to Jordan because of the football program getting shut down at the time. About 2000, 2001, around that time, the football program got shut down. So we all had to make transitions to other schools because we were looking we really went there to play football to get a scholarship because that was the whole goal. But yeah, man, they shut the program down. They had to go to Jordan and balled out over there too.
You take the SAT, and what do you find out?
Came up short on the score. I came up short on the score, so Nigga couldn't sign, nigga couldn't really, fuck with any of them scholarships or anything anyway. So I decided to go to Compton College shit after that. And then from there, that's when I made a transition. Actually, got a scholarship to Albany State University. Went there, played out there a season. At that point, I went to a all-black college. At the time, it was known for one of the best schools for football. So I went there. The talent level was up there. So I played there one season, and then came back.
And why did
The scholarship situation? The scholarship situation wasn't. It wasn't. It was. Everything was all fucked up, honestly. So with the whole little scholarship situation, so I just came back. Went to Sacramento State. Didn't play no football though. Just went up there, and then I started fucking with some real blood niggas up there. I mean, at the time, that's when my niggas started really pushing the line with this Fruitown shit. So when I was up there, real recognized real. I go up there, I see certain niggas, they see me. It just came from smoking a blunt. And the niggas introduced themselves. I introduced myself, and that's all it was. There was some B-Dogs, and then that's all she wrote from there. Fucking with them, the niggas was like known in they section. So when I started fucking with them niggas, the niggas just really said, fuck school, and I wasn't going to no class or nothing. Niggas started making bread. Yeah, it was just, that was it. Nigga really just started pressing the hood really hard, really started to be out there, really started doing his thing, but I was always really into getting money, just getting my bread and, moving weight and moving pounds or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's how I was getting my shit,
Well, did you ever think that maybe you couldn't play football anymore, but maybe you could be still part of football, maybe as an assistant to an assistant, and just continue your interest in football rather than hitting the streets?
I mean, the thought crossed my mind, but it didn't stay there too long.
Because you must have met a lot of coaches over the years.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I met a few coaches and stuff, but wasn't, I wasn't really too much on that at the time, I mean, the streets, they showed me love. I mean, at that time, when niggas wasn't playing football, I had, older homies looking out for me, with whatever I needed as far as to get the money, you feel me? So, that's how they really like embraced the nigga as far as, like, oh, you need some money, blood? Oh yeah, we got you. We're gonna shoot you with some shit. If you need something, we're gonna, whatever you need, we got you. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I ain't, that's it. I mean, shit, niggas really looked out for a nigga as far as when nigga was done with football and, my little role on the football once, once I see, once the nigga didn't really do nothing with that, then I had to resort to them streets, getting that, getting it by any means necessary, doing what I gotta do.
Thanks for watching StreetGangs.com. Please like and share the video you just watched and leave a comment below to tell us what you think. You can also watch 2 of our previous
Shout out Street Gangs.
Please visit the link to our Patreon page and support our campaign. And don't forget to subscribe.
Salute. If y'all out there and y'all balling, go hard, man. Just remember, there's somebody always working. It's another motherfucker want your spot. You stay hungry like that, it'll take you far. Salute.